Hey guys, Mouse here. So just a quick video for a content creator mission that Marble asked us to do so that we can get the new codes for you guys to use in-game. So it's going to be about the new QOL features that came along with the July 31 update. But in this video, I'm not just going to show them to you. I want to also take this opportunity to share feedback and give some improvement suggestions. They'll be checking this, of course, and hopefully they see it and take some of these ideas for future consideration. And don't forget to support me here as well in the SLA Content Creator Program. I'm sending the first 2 codes daily, and once we get the 2 new codes with gold, gate keys, traces of shadows, and advanced mana crystals, I'm going to be sending them too. The first one is the preset management upgrade, and finally we can now delete preset and also reorder them right here in the edit mode. So it was quite annoying back then with so many presets we couldn't delete, and as you can see, I've already cleaned it up and started to make new presets for the current meta. I still have one major issue here though, because the preset still only saves slot positions, not the actual artifacts themselves. So the current system does not allow us to, like for example, I want my 8-piece infamy set, the best ones I have, moved from Leonard to Water Chop. I still have to manually swap every piece one by one, and that's the same case for Jinwoo and other hunters that share the same artifact sets. Not only that it is so time consuming, I think it's very easy to mess up. I also lose track of the optimal builds after a while because we're constantly switching for different content, and to me that is still very annoying and very time consuming. So I think they really should add that kind of preset where specific artifacts are saved and be able to transfer them with a single click. I think it will also be a lot better if they would just allow us to auto unequip the artifacts from whoever's wearing them. I think it will save a lot of time because we won't have to search them one by one. Artifact unequip costs are already gone anyway, so there's no gameplay reason not to be able to do it unless it's some kind of server or database or technology limitation, which I highly doubt. Also, I think it's about time to add more artifact presets here because there are so many possible builds and combinations already, especially on days when we would play Battlefield of Time that requires a very different set of artifacts and we have to overwrite what we use in other game content like GB, POD, and other dungeons. And while we're here, SJW stats I think should also be part of the presets. Having to reset this every time we switch build in game content is a huge waste of gold and of course a waste of time. So devs, please just remove these reset costs and let us save them also per build, because we're using Jinwoo DPS, we're using Jinwoo support, we're using a more balanced approach. When we use Stormbringer, we change to 220 int, 220 crit in Battlefield of Time. So please do consider this as well in future upgrades for the presets. So we also now have a currency, Refinement Tickets, which lets us reroll gems, skills, and blessing stones without burning 1000 essence stones per click. But right now there's no farmable source yet. I think they're only in shops and events, so right now this is mostly for spenders, but it's pretty decent because it's a lot better, of course, than burning essence stones, which we usually all save for banner pulls. I just hope that they would add more sources of this that can be obtained freely, maybe from a new game content. I think that will be very nice if they introduce a new content with these as rewards so that we all can farm our way to optimize our gems and get some skills, get some blessing stones. So yeah, overall I think the Refinement Tickets is a very welcome additional feature in this patch. Now, there's also this Hunters Association missions, which is technically just another page of missions here, and the rewards are mostly for armory and shadows. It's nice for extra resources, but my main gripe here is that it's just adding more bloat, I feel, and sometimes it gets annoying to really get back and forth. I feel like we need a one-click claim all buttons across all missions tabs and not just per tab. I'm not sure if you guys experienced this. You claim something, play more content, new missions complete, and then the red dot appears again. It's hard to resist. It's already muscle memory. Then you go back and click through every tab again, and then you play another content, and then suddenly you see that again and you click every tab again. So that kind of wastes a bit of time, and if you accumulate all the time that you have to spend going back and forth and across all those tabs, I think that will result to a lot of time spent on something that I feel like is just a tedious work to do. And lastly, one of the things that I liked in this patch is that the simulation gate scrolls can now be fused up to heroic quality. This is huge, especially for new players. It can turn these useless low rarity scrolls into something usable, and even for veterans, I think it's helpful too, because even though there's already a legendary rarity that guarantees higher stats, we can still use these purple ones on less priority artifacts like Ford supports, for example. Instead of using legendary books on those, we can now optimize our artifacts for the secondary units using these purple ones. I'm almost certain that they'll add legendary fusion in the future, but that's probably months away. But as it is right now, I think this is totally fine. So overall, this patch has solid convenience and QOL upgrades. Preset system, I feel, can be improved more. If they implement the artifact saving and integrate SJW stats as well, I think it will cut down build swapping time by a huge margin and make endgame content far less tedious. Because if you guys are playing POD, Guild Boss, Battlefield Uptime, it's always such a pain to keep swapping artifacts and messing up builds unintendedly. And the rest of the changes, refinement tickets, scroll fusion, new missions are all welcome, of course. So at least we're seeing some improvements. So I'm personally very happy with that. So yeah, that's all for this video. How about you guys? What kind of QOL features do you still want the game to add? Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one.